Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 14 the show, and we've got another game out of the Rivalry series as we're going to be seeing the Los Angeles Dodgers and San Francisco Giants square off at Dodger Stadium. So as a reminder, with the Rivalry series, I do go ahead and maintain my neutrality by playing as both teams. So if you're a Giants fan, that's okay. Just go ahead and switch on over to the Giants game, and you might find that one more enjoyable. So this is going to be a really awesome, of course, series to do because of rivalries like the Dodgers and Giants. I mean, I love this series. I'm not so excited about the comment section whenever I go ahead and make these videos because the fans are really, really passionate one way or the other. And that's one of the reasons why I love this series, but also because there's so much history between the Giants and the Dodgers. I mean, dating back to when the two teams were in the New York area, and it was the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants. I mean, that was a pretty heated rivalry. Both teams move west, and it is still really heated. Like, it's cool how the fans out in the West went ahead and made this their rivalry. Like, you know, the allegiance and everything just moved right on over. I think it's cool. So, wish I could talk more about the rivalry because there's a lot of things that I think are cool to discuss, but for the sake of time, don't get a chance to really be able to talk about it here. So Clayton Kershaw is going to be the starting pitcher, as you guys can see. Matt Cain will be starting for the Giants in this as well. So with Clayton Kershaw, of course, I have four very solid pitches that I can go with here. And the 12-6 curve does the job, as Pagan is going to watch that one for strike three. So we start the game off with a strikeout, and hopefully that is a sign of many more to come. Here is Carl Crawford facing a full count here in the bottom of the first. That one's going to go into center field for what will be the first hit of the game for the Dodgers. Now, Crawford, as well as a lot of other members of the Dodgers team, has some speed, so we may see some interesting things taking place on the base pass. But, of course, like Adrian Gonzalez has got some power too, so we could see a big, huge blast like this into center field that is going deep, but it's not going to be a home run. God, straightaway center gets me so much in this game. Like, once it comes off the bat, I'm like, yes, there it is. There is that home run that I've been looking for. But just like there, not the case. I would have liked to have been able to start things off with a two-run shot, but oh well. So as far as like pitching goes, I'm super excited about this game too, because with Clayton Kershaw, he is by far the best pitcher that I've had a chance to be able to pitch with in MLB 14 the show. So yeah, he's given up a couple hits and it has affected his confidence a little bit, but we could very easily make it up with strikeouts. But there's a lot of potential for what Clayton Kershaw is going to be able to do in this game. Strike three on that changeup, and that's what I'm talking about. That'll make sure I get that confidence meter up all the way, or at least ridiculously high. So, still in the top of the second, a 1-2 count. And this one, I thought I was going to go ahead and beat him out. Like, I thought I had that one, but apparently the throw by Hanley Ramirez is not going to be in time. Anyway, A.J. Ellis in the bottom of the second, also facing a full count, will hit this one down the left field line. It'll roll into foul territory, but after it hits the wall, comes back into left field, and we see a double for A.J. Ellis. Now, with the way that I've been hitting too, these extra base hits have been few and far between, so I always need to capitalize on those type of hits. Now, D. Gordon comes up to the plate, seeing a strike already by Matt Cain, and this one is going to go into left center. That will bring A.J. Ellis home. Now, I'm going to head on over to second, see that there really is no play on the ball, so I'm going for it. Rounding third with the speed that D. Gordon has, I'm confident, inside the park, home run. Wow. Like in the Jackie Robinson series, which will be really cool once he becomes a Los Angeles Dodger. I mean, I thought I had gotten an inside the park home run there, but it was scored in error. But this is scored inside the park. No trophy or anything, though. That was kind of disappointing. So a two-run inside the Parker for D. Gordon. That has got to be the best play and what I was most excited about here so far in MLB 14 the show. So you guys got to see what I consider the best play I've had so far. So Buster Posey coming up to the plate here. No answer by the Giants really with anything at all. Got a runner on first, but Kershaw, as you can see, the confidence has really jumped back up with those recent strikeouts that I've had. Been able to get ahead in the count a lot, just like this. Now that Posey's facing 0-2, it allows me to be able to utilize those other good pitches, like the changeup there, the 12-6 curve against fellow lefties. I'm, of course, a lot more inclined to throw the slider to try and get the out, too. But you can see Buster Posey taking 3 straight balls, not swinging at anything at all. So I'm going to go high and inside with this four-seamer. Gosh, he gets it there, too. Makes contact with it at least, so count's still full. There we go. Making contact with it, but it's still able to be caught by A.J. Ellis. So that will count as the strikeout. Pablo Sandoval here in the top of the 4th is going to hit this one deep. Come on, Puig, get there. No, it's going to go over the wall. So just like that, it becomes a 1-run game as Pablo Sandoval hits that home run into right field. So that was a little disappointing. And, I mean, after this home run, all of the excitement, the energy, the adrenaline, I guess you could call it, from D. Gordon's inside the Parker just all sunk away. And this kind of served as a stark reminder, this game is not over. I mean, just like that, somebody could go ahead and get a home run, tie the game up, or even go ahead and take the lead if somebody is on base. But Clayton Kershaw drawing the walk against Kane. I was kind of hoping with Kershaw I'd be able to go ahead and get like a hit or two, just because he is one of the better hitters you're going to find of pitchers in baseball today. So Puig facing an 0-2 count. That one staying over the heart of the plate, so it's going to go into right field. Now, I kind of misjudged this. I thought it was going to be caught, but I really don't lose out on anything at all as Kershaw is still at third. Puig heads on over to second. I mean, if there was somebody faster than Kershaw over there at third, I probably would have gone ahead and tried to go home with it and get another run, but Carl Crawford will ground out as Scudero will throw on over to first. So that'll go ahead and be the end of the inning. There was a good chance to be able to get a couple more runs, too, and I think I would have felt a little bit more comfortable about how this game would end up. But an error right here, so we're not really seeing that great of play from our shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. I mean, that throw earlier just didn't have enough oomph behind it to get the throw out at first. Then he has the error, but luckily D. Gordon gets a double play started as Kershaw forces that one on the ground. So I guess really no harm done, but it still just kind of worries me about what could happen for the rest of the game. So here in the top of the 7th, just a couple hits added to the total of the Giants from what we've seen so far. So, I mean, it's not like we're looking at a 1-hit game or 2-hit game or anything really too exciting, but I have been relatively pleased with Kershaw's performance. I know that the Giants, too, have the potential to be able to get some big hits as well. So to be able to limit that to only 1 run for him, I mean, that is something to celebrate thus far. I don't think I'm going to go ahead and keep Kershaw in for that much longer, though, because we're about ready to reach, the 9th spot in the lineup. And I do want to go ahead and see if I can give myself any type of advantage at this point offensively. So I may take a look at bringing in Andre Ethier. So another strikeout, though. I think that puts him in double digits already for this game. So the strikeout count has been high. That's where I've been the most pleased. And you guys know it's usually not the thing that I go for, but I'm never going to go ahead and turn away a pitcher who's going to get loads of strikeouts. So Giants are going to be making a few changes here. Biggest one, of course, is going to be bringing out Matt Cain. And I kind of wonder why they did that, because with Cain, I mean, his pitch count really wasn't that high. I've been swinging it a lot more in this game than I have other ones, and obviously just allowing 2 runs, that's not too bad either. But Uribe will hit this one in the left field, and that'll be a single for him. Now the question is whether or not we will be able to go ahead and bring him home. Now the thing is, whenever there's a runner on first, I just always have this underlying fear of hitting into a double play. Now, this was crazy, all right? So AJ Ellis, excuse me, making contact with it. But look, after it bounces, so we see Pablo Sandoval coming in, and it just goes through his glove, and then Sandoval knocks it foul, and it gets counted as a foul ball. Like, I don't know, like, how it would go through a glove. I mean, even in the game and still get counted as a foul ball like that. But anyway, avoid a double play right there, as that goes into shallow center field. So D. Gordon making sure he's got a multi-base hit today. Or, excuse me, multi-hit game. Now, I was telling you Andre Ethier was going to be coming in, so I figured this is going to be the best time. Lefty versus a righty right here with only one out, too. So this will go into right, and Uribe's not fast enough to try and go ahead and bring him home. So that'll leave the bases loaded. And again, we'll be seeing the Giants go to the bullpen. I mean, it has been kind of frustrating, too, with a lot of the singles that I've been hitting as of late have been just going right to the outfielder. Nothing really so much in the gap like we've seen with a couple hits earlier today. So, I mean, that was kind of nice to see, but I'd like to see those strung out a little bit. Some more here, but Carl Crawford with a deep fly ball into right field. Going back. Catch is made. It's like the second time today that once the ball goes off the bat, I figure, hey, home run, and that would have been a grand slam. Fear the beard, you guys. Brian Wilson will be coming in here in the 8th inning. Since I did go ahead and bring in Andre Ethier, I did have to go ahead and sit down Clayton Kershaw. I'm not going to slit Clayton Kershaw. That's actually kind of tough to say. But anyway, so we saw a good first inning from Brian Wilson. Now you can see Pagan right here makes a pretty good catch at the wall. So that was another one that I was like, oh, yes, here we go. At least this is going to bounce off the wall. But, no, Pagan makes a pretty good play.
Leading off for San Francisco.
So here we are now in the top of the 9th. Of course, this is huge. Got to make sure that we do not allow any runs. I do not want to go into extra innings or go into the bottom of the 9th with any type of run deficit, because the way that we've been hitting in this game really hasn't been too great. Sure, we've gotten a number of hits, as you guys have seen, but the way that they've been spaced out has been the real problem. And the only runs that I've gotten have been from an inside-the-park home run. You do not see that too often, and if it wasn't for that, I mean, sure, we would have seen, you know, a run, as A.J. Ellis would have came home, but the game would be tied at 1, and yeah, not good. So, oh, man. Making contact with a lot of these. Like, I do have to give it to Belt and the rest of the Giants. Like, they have not been, you know, letting a lot of pitches go. And the ones that they've been swinging at, too, I mean, they're making pretty decent contact with it, or at least they're fouling it off and staying alive. So, Posey will hit this one on the ground. A great throw from Uribe from third. On over to Agon at first. So, we're looking at 2 outs now, as Hunter Pence potentially could be the last Giant that we end up seeing today and could end the game right here. 0 for 3, too, so feeling pretty good about how this could end up. Brian Wilson, just phenomenal in this outing. I was kind of, you know, a little worried about how he was going to pitch here, since I haven't actually pitched with Brian Wilson for quite a long time. So, but, I mean, I've been really impressed. Now, sure, I know I could have gone with, you know, anybody else out of the bullpen besides Wilson, but I felt like I had to. As somebody who wears a beard myself, I truly appreciate the type of beard that Brian Wilson has. It's just ridiculously awesome. All right, 1-2 count now. Pence will foul that one off. I thought that one was going to be it. All right, we're going to go inside with this one. I've been going outside a lot with 2 strikes. Ah, swing and a miss. Really jammed him right there, so that is going to go ahead and be the ball game as the Los Angeles Dodgers win this one by a score of 2-1 on that ridiculously awesome inside the park home run by D. Gordon. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You know the drill. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz, but you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thank you again for watching, and as always, I hope you guys have a good one.